Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Jim Palmer's How to Sell from the Stage Like a Pro training program. Finally, a proven step-by-step formula for closing more sales from the stage with extreme confidence. If you speak from the stage and want to have more audience members anxious to invest in your programs and solutions, then do yourself a favor and invest in Jim's proven formula, and you'll soon be closing more sales like a pro. Check it out today at www.howtosellfromthestage.com. That's www.howtosellfromthestage.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru and your dream business coach, and I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. It is the morning after the deluge when monsoons rip through here. 5 inches of rain in one day. Right down the hill here, I have Lake Palmer. Take a look at this. There's, well, first of all, there's a ginormous pile of sticks and branches from the winter storms. And there is Lake Palmer number 1, and I have another lake over the hill. There's the back corner of my property. Got Lake Palmer number 2, and there's a big old tree. I still have to take that one down, but you don't see that from the house, so that's going to wait a little while. Have you ever seen such a massive pile of sticks and branches? I've got to get a chipper in here to take care of that. And as you saw, I got that big tree still in the far back corner of my property. It's got to come down, but that'll wait for another day. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about to-do lists and priorities. You know, a to-do list, and I do have one myself. A lot of people are all electronic. I still have a pad, and I have a box, and I write down things. These are goals, things that I want to do, whether it's current, future, things like that. But I also have my priorities list, and I look at that every day. Those things are on my calendar. And so when you have a to-do list, and a lot of people will start their day, I think, looking at all the stuff they got to do. The first thing that does is it sends, in my opinion, your brain into overload, like, holy crap, I'm not going to get all this done. I don't look at my to-do list necessarily unless my priority list is done, and that's usually 1, 2, 3 things at the most. And I'll share with you over the last couple of weeks, my priority list has been like 3 items only. So number 1, I had to get the DVDs edited and finished so I can get them to the duplicator for the Dream Business Academy that was in Las Vegas. And if you ordered, you now know there was a problem with one of the recordings of one of my guest speakers. The microphone was out. We didn't realize it until editing, and his whole presentation was silent. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm already behind schedule. What do I do? Should I pull this out? Nobody will notice, or people that were there will notice. But you know, I had all these decisions to make, and ultimately what I decided to do is send a videographer back to this guy's home and re-record him. So he's going to be in front of a white screen instead of being in the hotel, but my DVD is going to be complete and it's on the way. So that was priority 1. Priority 2 was finding and negotiating with the hotel for Dream Business Academy in Philly, and that's just it is a lot of work to do that. And ultimately, just in fact yesterday, the day before all the rain came, you know, I had to truck down to Philadelphia and look at the different hotels, get that negotiated and things like that. So I did that, and then there was one other one, and be doggone if I can remember what it was. But those 2 things especially had to be done before I move forward. Oh yeah, I had a big client meeting with my coaching program, so I had to like prepare and study for that and etc. Those are 3 things that had to be done no matter what. To-do list meant absolutely nothing unless these 3 things, because I'm launching the Dream Business Academy Philly, I had to get the DVDs, and I had to prepare for this big meeting with a client. So those were priorities, and that's really what it comes down to when you're running a growing business, is you have to realize to-do list is okay, but what are my priorities? What has to happen today or tomorrow or whatever to move this business forward? And then what I say is you stay laser focused, kick all distractions to the curb, sleep a little less if you have to is my mantra, and then you get those done, because without those getting done, nothing else is going to happen. A lot of people sometimes, I shouldn't say a lot, in my opinion, a few people will occasionally look at the do list and go, well, I can get that, and I can get those done and off the list, and then I'll jump to the priorities. I think that's wrong. Just because they're easy and just because you can get them done fast doesn't mean they should be done. You have to know what are priorities, what has to happen now before my business will move forward, or to prevent the business from going backwards or giving back money, whatever it means. Get your priorities straight. So every morning, look at the 1, 2, or 3 priorities you're going to get done. Focus on those. If time permits, by the way, have at it. Go to your to-do list, but recognize the difference between a to-do list and a list of priorities. I feel that was a little short, but I think it was powerful, so I'm going to stop anyway. If you found some value in what I've shared with you, I'd appreciate it very much if you would click the like button, the share button, share this information about to-do lists versus priority lists with other entrepreneurs or friends on your news feed. Always post a comment. I love hearing from you. I actually get a lot of inspiration and ideas from the comments people post, so I keep doing these weekly videos. We're in our 5th year now, which is pretty cool. I hear a lot of birds. I don't know if you can hear that. It's very nice, finally, because it's May 1st as I'm shooting this, by the way. I think it's not going to air for at least a week, but May 1st, it's finally spring. Yes! Be sure to check out Stick Like Glue Radio. It's the only podcast dedicated to helping you create an everlasting bond with your customers so they stay longer, spend more, and refer more. All great things in your business. Dream Business Academy. Actually, today as I'm recording this is open. We have early registration for the next couple weeks. Half price on the tickets. Now, we sold out the last event. It was in the last couple weeks, but a lot of people there are going to come back to the next one, so this is going to be even easier to sell out. But this is going to be a pretty dramatic event. I'm doing a lot of the same teaching, but I'm also adding some very, very powerful new things, such as a special bonus session on how to make it as a speaker or how to use speaking to grow your business. And a lot of people have asked me to teach them how to write copy, and also not just copy, but how I speak with my what I call my seed planting language. So as I'm doing videos or writing emails or whatever I'm doing, I'm delivering information, but in a way that plants seeds to help make you aware of things going on in my business, etc. So I'm going to teach a whole session on how to, I'm just going to call it how to write great copy, because if I wrote how to plant seeds, people are going to think it's a course in farming. So those two things are going to be added. And I'm also working on another guest speaker. I can't announce that yet, but Dream Business Academy is September 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's right here in Philadelphia. It's going to be amazing. You want to get your early registration, half price. Don't miss it. It will be life-changing. Before the day's out, look for ways that you can put a smile on somebody's face. One random act of kindness, make somebody smile that you don't know, however you want to do it. I shared this story with somebody in my men's group. You know, he watches my videos and stuff, and he says, I know somebody who, when they go through the checkout line at the register, they always buy a candy bar, and when their bags are packed and they're getting ready to leave, they give the candy bar to the cashier, tell them to have a nice day. I think that's pretty cool. So whatever you do, find a way to put a smile on somebody's face. I think we're ready to go. I'm ready to jump into my office and do some coaching calls. And I got another interview today, so that's pretty cool. By the way, check out my latest book. Is called Stop Waiting for It to Get Easier to Create Your Dream Business Now. Doing very, very well. Available on Kindle. That's where we seem to be selling mostly on Kindle, which doesn't matter to me as long as the information gets out there. So, hey, if you've read the book, by the way, I'd appreciate very much if you'd leave a comment on Amazon. I love reading those. I think that's it. It's time to go. So my name is Jim Palmer. I'm the newsletter guru and your dream business coach. I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. Watch for another great episode of Newsletter Guru TV this time next week. And until then, you take good care.